the second part of our gameplay video of the first game in a solo campaign for Xayah Legends of a Drift System / Xayah Embers of a Forsaken Star. The solo rules come from the expansion Embers of a Forsaken Star, which is currently up on Kickstarter, so be sure to check that out if this is something that you think you'll like. Most of the components you're going to see are from the base game, which I explained in the first video. One other thing I wanted to make clear is this card right here, which is the goal for this mission, is one of quite a few. I think there's around 10 that are currently in the game, and I believe more have been unlocked on the Kickstarter. And you get to choose which goal you're going to be going after. So I actually chose this one. And in a future video, I probably will show all of the cards that are currently in the prototype. So just want to make clear where that came from. I realized I didn't really make it very clear that that's something you actually choose, and it's not always going to be this one for the first game of a campaign. So without anything else, let's get right back into the gameplay. And now we're back to my turn. So let's see what we're going to do here. Obviously, I've got my research mission that I need to make it to this space on Lunari. And I think I'm going to try to go through that exploration point first. So let's activate my new engines. And now with this one rolls a D8 according to the base game rules. And with the house rule, I'll roll a D8 and D6 and take the highest result. Both of them are 4. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, which is ice damage. So as I said earlier, I'm not playing with the ice damage rules, so this really does nothing. However, I now have 2 of these, and I think I could take the 2000. I don't think that's really beneficial right now. Instead, I'll take the fame point. That'll bring me back equal to the NPCs. And on top of that, I've now earned a fame point from both going through a gate as well as a fame point from exploration tokens. So I'm going to need a way to keep track of that. So I'm going to take this D20 and we will put it on 2 because that's where we're at right now with that. And we got to get at least 5 more fame points through exploration tokens, or I suppose using the Tigris Gate before we reach 15 fame points total. So back over here, I had used 3 movement points so far out of 4. Let's go ahead and move there. And now we're going to need to activate our engines again, I suppose, would be the, because we need to go to that. I don't want to waste a possible really good engine roll, because in order to go complete the first part of that mission, I'm going to have to just stop after I land on that mission point. So I think what we'll do is activate Impulse. So Impulse of 4. So we'll go ahead and activate that, and we'll move here. And now for our research mission, collect data by rolling a D20. So we need to see how much data we're going to get here. 11. Which means we have excellent data, 3,000 credits. So we'll go ahead and put that on here. And now we need to make it to Outpost 338, which is down here 2 sectors away. So let's activate our engines. Got a 5 that time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I suppose is where we'll go. Let's activate the engines one more time. Got a 5 again, and this time let's activate the afterburner. So we'll use 1 energy, roll a 20. Got a 20. Wow, okay, that's awesome. So now I can either add 8 or double engine roll, but obviously adding 8 is going to be better. So that's 13, but we also rolled a 20, which means we scored a fame point for being lucky. So we'll pull out another title at the end of, or during my status phase. All right, so 13 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the question is, do I want to go ahead and risk getting that exploration now? I still have a shield, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'm at 7, and that's 8. So while we deal with this, let's go and put an 8 there so we can remember. All right, now going into the asteroid belt. Asteroids, let's see, a 5. All right, 5 damage, but let's activate my shield. And then we'll roll a d6. Nice, 6 blocks, so no damage done by the asteroid. Let's see what this exploration token gives me. We have some cyber. All right, so I've actually got 2 cybers now, and my hold is full, so I want to try to find a place to sell those. I guess I could go to Loth, but we'll see about that in a minute. All right, so I've used 8 of my 13 so far, 9, 10, 11, and we will end right here and complete this mission. So we made it to Outpost 38 mission point. So I get the 3,000 credits. That puts me at 4,000 credits now. And get a fame point for completing that mission, which means we're going to have an action or an event. I don't know why I keep calling them actions. We're going to have an event come out at the status phase as well as a title. All right, so that is going to be it for this turn of mine. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over, refresh all this. Let's see, it's going to take 4 energy to refresh all my markers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put them all back on armed. Okay, and impulse flipped over. The new title that's going to be available is Menace. Attack 2 ships in 1 turn. And once claimed, this title grants you may add +1 attack roll per turn. All right, or to 1 attack roll per turn. And then the new event, Cinderbeard. I've not actually seen this one before. The half cyborg pirate lord. While this card is in play, take a random available tier 3 ship. Wow, one that hasn't been purchased. This ship cannot be purchased by players and is now the outlaw NPC. Cinderbeard, is now the outlaw NPC Cinderbeard, spawned by rolling d20. Cinderbeard has the same NPC pattern as the Scoundrel, except attacks with 2d12. Has no shields, takes 15 damage to destroy, moves 12 spaces, flees 10 spaces, and +3 fame points when destroyed by a player. Oh, wow. Okay. This just got really interesting because it's saying that he has the same NPC pattern as a Scoundrel, but I don't know if that means that I need to use the solo rules or the normal rules. We'll take a look at this in a minute. I'll have to look into this, but let's see how this goes. When Cinderbeard is destroyed, if Derelict Hulk event has already been drawn, discard this card and draw a new event. So that's when the card leaves play. All right. Okay, I think that what I'm going to do, this is the ship, by the way, that I've chosen for Cinderbeard, because I did it at random. And so this is the one we've got, Slow Leak. And let's see where he's going to start off. That's a 10. So looks like 11 is going to be the closest. So he'll be right here in the Tigris Gate. All right. And I think I'm going to go with he uses the Scoundrel's regular rules for engagement. So I mean, right now he's right next to me, so he's going to come after me anyway. But also, interestingly, I reread the rules for the Enforcer, and it says in there that the Enforcer never will target the Sellsword or the Scoundrel. It doesn't say he won't target Cinderbeard, so I'm going to assume that Cinderbeard is a legitimate target. I apologize if someone has knowledge that this is not the correct way to play. Please let me know, and we'll adjust in future videos. All right, so now it is the Enforcer's turn. Oh, you know what? We actually forgot one thing. Before we move on to the NPCs, we have to draw a new tile. And looking at the board, I believe, let's see, we have probably down here is one of the I mean, really, anywhere on the board I think would work. Let's do it right here, though. All right, so we have the Burning Horse, and we're connecting it here. Here we go. Just like that. And we have Exploration token there. All right, now let's move on to the NPCs. All right, we've got the Enforcer up here. There are no... Cinderbeard is 2 sectors away, so he's not going to target him. So he's just going to continue patrolling. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, next, the Merchant is on Kemplar 2. Neo Damascus is his next stop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next, we've got the Scoundrel, who always targets me. So I'm thinking the fastest route for him to me is going to be down pretty much the same route I took. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just out of reach of him still. I'm doing good there. Thank goodness for my afterburners. Okay, now we've got Cinderbeard, and he's going to move towards me. And what did this say as far as this? Obviously, he's close enough, but his total movement that he could move is 12 spaces. All right, well, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And now he's going to attack me with 2d12. Wonderful. So here we go. 1, 2. That's not bad. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, and 11. All right, so 13 damage. Cinderbeard's coming at me with 13 damage. I am definitely going to use both of my shield activations so I can roll 2d6 to absorb that. Even in best case scenario here, I'm still going to take some damage. And I absorb 9, so that's not terrible. I take 4 damage, though. That's pretty rough. Let's see what we're going to do as far as where that damage is going to go. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lose this holo, so that is getting jettisoned. And then put 1 damage on my engine, 1 damage on my shield. And I'm really not sure what to do with this last one. I think I'm not going to get attacked again before I make it to a planet. Because if anything, I'll go into Loath and just deal with becoming an outlaw. So I'll go ahead and put that other damage right here on my shield. And let's go ahead and take these and rearm them by moving down 2. All right, and so my shield has 2 damage. So that's the end of the NPC movement, or NPC turn, except now we just need to figure out how many fame points they scored. So roll that. They got a 12, which starts them here with 1, and then they get 2 fame points for this cube that was left on the board that comes off the board back into the supply. So they roll a 12, so they're at 14, so they get 1 fame point. Actually, correction, they do get the 1 fame point for the cube, but they're also behind me 2 fame points, so they're going to get an additional 4. So that put them up to 18, so they're going to get 2 fame points this turn, which brings them up to 4, and we're tied again. So now we're back at the beginning of my turn. Okay, I have 2 cargo cubes that can sell on Loath, which will allow me to purchase a ship, and that would allow me to also end up arming the ship with either a tier 1 missile or tier 1 blaster. So I think that's where we're going to go. And I'm going to swing through the Burning Horse here to try to pick that up as well. Got to be careful. I'm down to 2 energy, so I got to make sure I make it to Loath this turn. I think with my afterburners, that shouldn't be a huge problem. So here we go. Let's activate the engines. And of course, they're damaged, so I'm going to get -1 to whatever this roll is. So 5. So I'm going to have 4 this time. So 1, 2. Now let's roll for moving into the nebula. 19, I'm good to go. Let's get these dice out of the way. All right, so no worries there as far as going in. I also get this exploration token. Oh, and let's remember I've gone 2 spaces so far. All right. And this is ice damage, so nothing for the way we're playing right now. So now the question is, I have these 2. Now, Cinderbeard has no shields. Oh, you know what? Real quick, let's go back to Cinderbeard. He attacked. I forgot for him to flee after he attacks. And it says here he flees 10 spaces. So he's actually going to head exactly in the direction I want to go, which is a little bit of a problem, but here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or actually, that's not the shortest route. He would go... Where he was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I guess he'll stay right there. All right. So as I was saying over here with this, Cinderbeard has no shields. So I'm thinking that if I can get, instead of just one blaster or one tier 1 blaster, maybe get a tier 2 blaster or a tier 2 missile, I think it'll be worth it to have this extra cash for when I go on Loth here in a minute in order to arm my ship up to deal with Cinderbeard. So I'm going to take 2,000 credits right there and add that to my stash here. And so that brings me up to, you know what, let's take 5 of these. There we go. So I've got 6,000 credits right now. Okay, and back over here, I've used 2 so far out of 4 that I rolled. So that'll be 3, 4. Let's go ahead and activate the engine one more time. All right, so this time I rolled a 3, minus 1 is 2. 1, 2. One more time. Oh, man. All right, roll a 2, which means it's a 1. So after that awful roll, let's go ahead and activate our afterburner. A 7, still pretty terrible, but that'll get us an additional 3 to our engine roll. So we have 5 movement now. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go ahead and get this exploration token, which is a partially completed mission. Excellent. So the way this works is I'll draw the top card here, see what we've got. It is research, and whatever the lowest tier payment is, that's what I've done this as. So I got to take this to the Burning Horse, and I'll get 1,000 credits for it. So there we go, got the 1,000 credits there. And to be clear, what this means is I completely ignore that first part where it says I have to fly to Red Gulch. It's as if somehow I've picked up a mission midway through it and now I'm completing somebody else's work or something like that. So all I have to do is go to Burning Horse and I'll get that lowest possible payment. Also, we don't want to forget to add a bounty to me now for going on to Loth. And let's go ahead and activate the impulse, which will allow us to end our action phase on the sell space. And we will sell both of our cargo cubes. So I'll sell these 2. And actually, one of the changes in the expansion is going to be that when you're selling cubes, in order to get fame points, you don't necessarily have to empty your hold. You have to sell at least 2 cubes and all the cubes that the location you're at will buy. Now in this case, I'm doing that. I'm selling everything that Loth will buy from me. So I'm going to get a fame point for that. So here we go, move up to 5. I am now a humble skipper. All right, so let me get the 2,000 credits for my 2 cubes I just sold. So there we go. And now, as far as this economy board goes, Loth is an exception in that when you sell to Loth, you actually don't add anything to the economy board. Normally what would happen for me selling 2 cyber cubes is I would add 2 Terra cubes to the board here, but Loth actually just consumes it, and clearly they aren't very productive members of society, so nothing gets added. Okay, so now I'm at 8,000 credits. Let's start our business phase. Now I'm not sure, and I just flipped through the rule book and I can't quite find it. It's probably in there. I'm probably just missing it. But I'm not sure if I have to repair this ship before I upgrade to a new one. It doesn't feel thematically right. I just don't know. I'm going to err on the side of making it a little bit more difficult for myself, so I am going to pay the 1,000 credits to clear off this damage. All right, and now we're going to upgrade. Okay, I have chosen to go with the Crimbler, which of course is going to cost 5,000. Now, I did go ahead and rearm these markers, even though technically that doesn't happen until the status phase. You also notice my bounty is still here. That's another solo player rule. When you upgrade, you keep your bounty. You no longer get rid of your bounty by upgrading your ship. All right, so now where we're at, I've got 2,000 credits left. I've still got this. I'm going to keep this on the board here so I remember it. For anybody who's not sure of the Crimbler's ability, basically he's able to heal with nano regeneration. Spend 2 energy, roll a d20, and you can heal all your damage, 6 of your damage, 3 of your damage, or nothing happens at all. So, of course, I still have the Numerator's ability as well. Let's go ahead and refresh that even though we're not in the status phase yet. So these 2,000 credits, I'm going to definitely get some weaponry going on here to try to take out Cinderbeard because I'd love to have those 3 fame points. Speaking of fame, just upgraded my ship, so we get another fame point for that. So when we get into the status phase, we'll have a new title come out. Now here's what I'm thinking as far as weaponry. I could go with the 2,000 credit tier 2 missile. I could also go with the 2,000 credit tier 2 blaster. And now, since Cinderbeard specifically is who I'm going after and he has no shields, this blaster actually is pretty, I'm pretty tempted to go after that because he's going to be coming at me trying to get adjacent to me anyway. However, the other possibility is to go with 2 tier 1 missiles, which takes up a lot of room. And that's the main reason why I can't do that. I just don't know how I would make that fit in here. I suppose if let's see. No, I just don't think there's any way to make it work, unfortunately. No. Okay, so forget about that. Let's put this back where I had it. And I think we're going to go with the blasters. So we've got a tier 2 blaster on here. It's going to cost me 2,000 credits. Now to finish off the status phase, let's go ahead and draw our new title. And we've got the Destroyer. Get 3 fame points. That's a good one. Destroy 2 enemy ships in 1 turn. Immediately after rolling an attack, you may re-roll 1 of your dice. All right, so now before we move on to the NPCs, we need to put one new tile here because that's definitely the one adjacent to the most spaces it has, or I'm sorry, the most sectors. Let's see what we've got. We have the Tigris Gate. Excellent. Okay, this is good. And I should have picked beforehand. We'll use the one in the middle since I didn't pick as far as the symbols go. So there we go. This is good because I can still get a fame point for using the Tigris Gate, even though, and remember, it's connected to all the other gates now instead of the normal way it works because of the retethered event that came out. All right, so now we're at the Enforcer. Now the Enforcer's rule says if the player has a bounty, target the player from any distance away. So the 1 sector away issue is no longer in effect. So I think what we're going to do here, we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And next we've got the merchant who's heading towards Neo Damascus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He gets another 1,000. So he is worth 2,000 now. And by the way, I use this damage token just to remember where he's going, where he's headed to next. Next we've got the Scoundrel. Now, the interesting thing is, now that I'm outlaw, it doesn't matter for the Scoundrel. He's going to come after me anyway. The solo rules state very clearly that regardless of innocence, he comes at me. So he's going to move his 10 spaces, which I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It doesn't matter, exactly the same. So he's going to end up right here. Still not able to attack me. Though he might present a tempting target for me. We'll probably still go after Cinderbeard. We'll see what happens. The more I think about it, the more I think that I'm going to have to go with Cinderbeard using the solo version of the Scoundrel's behavior pattern. And the reason for that is because of the fact that I cannot lose my bounty until I'm killed. Cinderbeard essentially would not come at me the rest of the game unless I attack him, which granted I am going to attack him eventually. But I believe that the fact that my bounty sticks with me no matter whether I upgrade or not, that kind of would indicate that the intention is for Cinderbeard to follow the solo rules for the Scoundrel and keep coming at me. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to, from this point forward, and granted, it wouldn't change anything that's happened so far anyway, so we didn't screw up earlier, but let's go ahead and have Cinderbeard come after me as well. Now he's obviously going to make it to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. And now he's going to attack with, was it 2d12? Yes, 2d12 blasters. So here we go. Whoa, no. 1. 17. Okay, maybe I should have upgraded my shields. So obviously we'll use both of these. I really hope something good happens here. No. Oh, man. Oh, that hurts real bad. I just took 13 damage and I only have 14 places in my hold, 14 spaces. So we're definitely going to leave the empty space left will be the engine. We're going to let the engine keep running because we have got to get away from Loth. That place is just too dangerous. I'll go ahead and rearm these markers. My goodness, that just upgraded the ship, and now I am just annihilated here. Wow. Okay, well, you know what? I think that this is as good a place as any to stop the... Oh, wait. We can't stop the game quite yet. We have to do the NPC end of round, so we need to roll a d20 for them. We got a 12. Thankfully, they did not blow me up, so they're not going to get the bounty or any of that stuff. Let's see, 12 gives them 1 point. They are 2 fame points behind me, so that will increase it to 16, so they're going to get 2 more fame points. So here we go, 1, 2. They're tied with me again. And that is certainly a great place to stop. I think we will halt there and then come back a little bit later. I need to regroup and kind of strategize how I'm going to get my ship out of this mess, because this is just a really rough situation that I'm in. So, Cinderbeard is a bit of a pain. Wow. Hopefully, when we come back for the third part, I'll find a way to recover from that. If the NPCs manage to knock me out, that's going to be 2 fame points they get automatically for that, plus whatever they additional they're going to get from. I have a bounty. I don't have any cargo cubes right now, fortunately, so they won't get anything additional for that. But we'll see what happens. If you saw any errors in the video, please let me know in the comment section below. If you liked the video, you can let me know that as well. Please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Go over to the Kickstarter, back this prototype if it's something you think you would like. And until next time, if you're bored online, board offline.